Welcome back, folks. Beat Shooter 94. We're back with WCW WCW Mayhem 2002. I apologize for last week. Couldn't find some time to get this recorded. Really wanted to take my time with it and didn't want to feel like it was a rush or something like that. I want to thank you guys for keeping the save alive. I apologize again for last week. Had to do what I had to do. Unfortunately, work and the wedding planning starting to get a little chaotic. So let's just hope for the best, and I can continue pumping these out every Sunday. All right. Like I said, we're here November week 2, 2002 with Mayhem in front of 20,000 people in the Target Center, and we feature our main matches for the evening. So we have our WCW Championship match where Abyss will try to defend his WCW Championship against the Icon Sting. We have the Tag Team Championships on the line as the Dudley Boys go to try to defend their titles against the former champions, the Steiners. We have a little rivalry that started a couple weeks ago where we saw Diamond Dallas Page turn heel on the fans, and he will go one-on-one with the Hurricane tonight. We have Booker T facing off against Chris Kanyon in a singles match as their feud continues. And in a main event of the evening, our big Mayhem 30-man Battle Royal, where the winner will enter Starcade's main event to face the WCW champion. We opened the show with that hype package, and we ended with a segment rating of a 73. Good stuff here. Moving on to our first match on the card. And in our first bout of the evening, and a bout that had fantastic heat and good wrestling, Booker T defeats Chris Kanyon 17-47 by pinfall with a scissors kick. Booker T a 71, Chris Kanyon a 69. Storyline has advanced. Sharmell did some good ringside work, and the match got the crowd hotter with a 68. I really wish this was in the 70s, but I will take this for an opening contest between two of our main eventers. I really wish this was higher, though, as this feud is not over by any stretch of the imagination. But a big win here for Booker T, as Kanyon unfortunately does fall short, but in a great match in 18 minutes. We get a promo backstage from Rob Van Dam, saying that tonight he's going to win the Mayhem Battle Royal and punch his ticket to be in the main event of Starcade, where he will become the new WCW champion, and that there's no one who is going to stop him from that. 68 rating out of Mr. Pay-Per-View, Rob Van Dam. 68 rating on that. We're going to be cutting to a lot of promos with the Mayhem stuff, so just letting you guys know. We have a backstage promo from the Steiner brothers who talk about the WCW Tag Team title rematch tonight against the Dudleys, and that tonight they will do whatever they have to do to become WCW Tag Team Champions once again. 73 rating on that. Storyline has advanced, and Scott Steiner did great on the promo, like he always does, where Rick Steiner just kind of is there. So good stuff there, boys. We get a freestyle promo just from a recap of Diamond Dallas Page and the Hurricane's little mini feud here, where the Hurricane beat Diamond Dallas Page in a Mayhem qualifying matchup, and after the match, Diamond Dallas Page snapped and hit the Diamond Cutter on the Hurricane, and at that point has begun to turn his back on the fans that have loved him since 1997. Diamond Dallas Page says the fans have turned on the People's Champion, and that he is going to make them pay for making him feel this way over the years. 50 rating on that hype package there. And about that had great heat and decent wrestling. Diamond Dallas Page defeats the Hurricane in 7 minutes by pinfall with a Diamond Cutter. DDP of 45, Hurricane of 63. Storyline has advanced and gained heat. The announcer quality lifted the match, and DDP was tired. This is probably DDP's last run with the company. The only reason I'm even giving him pay-per-view time is just so that way he doesn't quit and go to WWE on me. I'm trying to make him a lifer and a backstage guy as well. 57 rating on the match. Hurricane takes the L here, but that's okay. We get a backstage promo from Mike Awesome, the former WCW United States Champion, saying tonight he is going to ascend to the main event of Starcade by throwing 29 other men over the top rope and crowning himself the 2002 Mayhem winner, and then moving on to become the WCW champion at Starcade. And honestly, Mike Awesome's had a hell of a year. This could be his year to win Mayhem 2002. 71 on the promo from Mr. Awesome there. We get another promo from another big man here in WCW, Big Sexy Kevin Nash, who says that he is no stranger to winning battle royals. He's won World War III here in WCW, and tonight he is going to make another statement and put himself back in the main event of Starcade as WCW champion like he should always be. 70 rating out of Big Sexy Kevin Nash. And we get a hype package for the WCW Tag Team Championship match where the Steiner brothers will get their rematch against the Dudleys. 71 on the video spot there. And About that had great heat and good wrestling. The Dudleys defeat the Steiners in 13:28 when Bubba Ray Dudley pins Scott Steiner after a 3D. The Dudleys made defense number 1 of the WCW Tag Team Championships. Rick Steiner was the weak link. Rick Steiner a 47, Scotty a 77, Devon a 67, Bubba Ray with a 74. Storyline has advanced. The Steiners have great chemistry. The Dudleys have great chemistry. And the match got the crowd hotter. 69 rating as the Dudleys retain. Post-match, the teams go to shake hands, and the Steiner brothers attack the Dudley boys when they weren't ready, and now it is a beatdown as they have left the Dudley boys laying, and they've officially turned heel after this attack. So good stuff there. Both men turn heel, and this feud might not be over. We might get a Starcade match out of these teams. Steiner looked good, and they left, though, with the WCW Tag Team Championships. Now, remember, the Dudleys did retain, so not sure why they felt the need to leave with the belts, but I guess they feel like they should have them. 77 rating on that, and the story has advanced, and we had a heel turn. So, good stuff there. We get a promo from the 4 men of the Militia, talking about how tonight the Guido does have to run the gauntlet after losing to Rey Mysterio on Nitro, as he enters at number 1, but rest assured he says that he has a game plan with his Militia that will get him to the end and become the winner of the 2002 Mayhem match. Storyline has advanced with the Militia, and Guido worked well with the crowd with a 74 promo. Good stuff here, boys. We get a backstage promo from James Mitchell with Abyss talking about Sting in the WCW Championship match, saying that Sting is a man who needs to just go away from World Championship Wrestling. We don't need old men here in WCW, and as you can tell, Sting, Abyss has taken out the top guys here in WCW. No one's been able to defeat him, and that's not going to start tonight with an old, broken down you, an icon for saying, is going to beat my 350-pound monster who has been unbeatable as WCW champion. 62 rating out of Mitchell and Abyss's promo. And in a fantastic heat and good wrestling match, Abyss defeats Sting in 1827 by pinfall with the Black Hole Slam. Abyss makes defense number 5 of his WCW Heavyweight Championship reign. Sting a 69, Abyss a 73. The WCW Championship story has advanced and gained heat with a 74 rating out of this match. Great stuff here. This is strictly just a stopgap match for Abyss, as he is going to be in the main event of Starcade 2002, defending his WCW Championship, and I felt that Sting would be a good opponent to have a one-off with, and maybe we could revisit it down the line. I feel like this was a great WCW Championship match for Abyss to get that little push to go to Starcade. So looking forward to him in the main event there. We get a recap of last year, where Booker T was the winner of the WCW Mayhem match of 2001, and then went on to become the WCW champion at Starcade. 71 on that promo. And before we get to the Mayhem match, pull up my list of who is in the match, and we're going to talk about how that kind of went down. I'm going to show you the list, and then I'm going to run through each situation, okay? So here's the list right here. So participant number 1 was Guido, like we said before. Number 2 was Chris Kanyon. Number 3 was the debuting / returning of WCW Cruiserweight Champion Ultimo Dragon. Number 4 was Rick Steiner. Number 5 was Berlin. Number 6 was Devon Dudley. Number 7 was Jeff Jarrett. Number 8 was Mike Awesome. Number 9 was Booker T. Number 10 was Steve Corino. Number 11 was the television champion AJ Styles. Number 12 was Kevin Nash. Number 13 was Dustin Rhodes. Number 14 was a debuting Sabu. Number 15 was Ray Gonzalez. Number 16 was Buff Bagwell. Number 17 was the WCW United States champion Rhino. Number 18 was Kidman. Number 19 was the Hurricane. Number 20 was the returning Macho Man Randy Savage for a one-off. Number 21 was Shane Douglas. Number 22 was BG James. Number 23 was former WCW television champion Mark Jindrak. Number 24 was the surprise return of Bill Goldberg to WCW. Number 25 was Bubba Ray Dudley. Number 26 was Super Crazy. Number 27 was Rob Van Dam. Number 28 was Scott Steiner. Number 29 was Ken Shamrock. 30 was Rey Mysterio. Our final 4 for the Mayhem match were Rey Mysterio, Goldberg, the Guido, and Rhino. And now we're going to get back to the other screen here. And we're going to go into the match, and we're going to talk about the match itself. And it leads to a final 2 of Rhino and Bill Goldberg. Once it loads here, I want to see kind of what we're working with for a rating here. Hopefully it's pretty good for a big battle royal like this. A little nervous that we have some older guys like Macho Man and Sabu, but we've got 75 on it. And we're going to talk about this as Bill Goldberg has won the Mayhem 2002 as he eliminates Rhino and becomes the #1 contender for the WCW Championship, and he will face the Monster Abyss at Starcade 2002. We're kind of revisiting that feud a little bit here, which is awesome. Like I said, the final 4 were Rhino, Rey Mysterio, the Guido, and Bill Goldberg. Rhino did have the most eliminations, so he had a great showing. We did start a little thing with Kevin Nash and Mike Awesome, where Mike Awesome was actually the one who eliminated Kevin Nash from the Battle Royal. We had a little thing go on with Shamrock and Rob Van Dam, as well as Booker T and Chris Kanyon, and then continued with Dustin Rhodes and Buff Bagwell. And looks like we had a little injury here with Guido with a damaged eye. That's exciting. Randy Savage did a beautiful one-off. Same with Sabu. Ultimo Dragon will be staying with the company going forward. Rick Steiner was off his game. Mike Awesome benefited from a hot new move. Rey Mysterio was a star. And the great performance of RVD stood out with a 75 rating. So awesome stuff there. No complaints at all. Yes, thank you, Arn. And we end the show with Goldberg winning Mayhem 2002. Shocking return. Haven't seen him in a couple months, and we got him right back in the fold by winning Mayhem 2002, and will now face the Monster Abyss, like I said. Hopefully you guys had some good predictions with who was going to win Mayhem. Hopefully you're not upset with Goldberg coming back. I felt like we had to do this and have him in the main event. I know there's a lot of guys that we could have possibly gone to, whether it's Rhino, Awesome, Kanyon, Rob Van Dam, Rey Mysterio, the Guido. We had a lot of options here, so it was definitely an open contest to see who would possibly win, but Goldberg was the right choice in my opinion. Hopefully you guys feel the same. Let me know what you guys think below about that. Let's see what we get for an overall show rating here. I think we should be in the 70s for sure. Whether or not that's high 70s is another issue. Okay, 74. We increased our popularity in 11 regions. Good stuff here. No complaints at all from the guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the show. Again, I hope you guys were surprised on the Mayhem match. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the fact that the Steiners have turned heel. Biss retained his title. The Dudleys did retain as well. And we'll see you guys next week for another WCW Nitro as we are officially on the road to Starcade 2002. See you guys next week.